JC Tickets provides first-class trips to Ravens road games, including airfare, 4-star hotels, game tickets, and cocktail parties. We also help provide great seating locations to all Ravens home games. JC Tickets, where the games begin. Visit us at jctickets.net.
Ravens Wrap is sponsored by Bud Light, jctickets.net, Geico Insurance, Dunaway Furniture, Ocean City Golf Club, RussellStreetReport.com, Comfort Inn Gold Coast, Holiday Inn Express, the original Green Turtle, hosted by the Blue Ox Bar and Grill.
And welcome back in. It is the original Green Turtles Ravens Wrap show right here on Comcast Beach TV and Delmarva's Rock Radio, the strongest Ravens signaled affiliate on the peninsula, 93.5 The Beach. Don't forget our Ravens Wrap show just about every Sunday during the season at 11 a.m. Monday Night Football for the Ravens taking on the Detroit Lions up at, what are they calling that? Ford Field now.
Ford Field.
In the new stadium from a few years back. I guess it's about 10 years old now. But anyway, kickoff of that one, 8:40. Network pregame at 8 o'clock. Make sure to check it out if you can't watch it on TV. Of course, we got it on the radio for you all over Delmarva. Right here, we are broadcasting from the Ravens room at the Blue Ox Bar and Grill, 127th Street at Coastal Highway at Ocean City, with Ravens fans all across Delmarva, including our very own Ravens News 44. Give yourselves a hand. And, of course, wishing a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to all. And, of course, we just have the Winterfest of Lights right across the street from us, so make sure to check that out. We want to see you down at the show. Wednesdays, doors open at 5 o'clock with Bud Light specials, food specials as well. And, of course, the show starts, I should say, at 7 o'clock. Mike Bradley from 105.7 The Fan of Baltimore, locally on 92.7 WGMD. To my left, J.J. Roth from the show with J.J. Roth on Ocean 98. To his left, former All-Pro Baltimore Colt, 14 years in the NFL, Bruce Laird. Big hands for everybody. And we've got our OC local fan, Alex Rusky, special guest. Welcome back.
He delivers.
He delivers.
And a boy.
He does.
Proud of you.
So this game broke a lot of records in the NFL as we talk about the Ravens win over the Vikings. This is a game, certainly, guys, we'll be talking about, I think, for the rest of our lives.
Yeah.
We can talk about 4th and 29. We can talk about the Seattle game a couple years back, I want to say in 2003. We can talk about the Super Bowl year that went over the Jaguars with the Tony Banks pass to Shannon Sharp. But this will definitely go down, I think, in one of the top 10 finishes in Ravens history. In my mind, this is certainly number one. But from the Elias Sports Bureau, the Ravens-Viking game is the first in NFL history with 5 go-ahead touchdowns in the final 2:30 of the fourth quarter. Vikings-Ravens is the first game in NFL history with 6 lead changes in the fourth quarter. There have been lots of games with 5 lead changes in the fourth quarter, most recently in 2011 between the Bills and Raiders. And finally, the Ravens and Vikings combined to score 36 points over the final 2:05. That is by far the most combined points in the final 2:30 of the fourth quarter of any game over the last 50 seasons. Guys, if you didn't think before that Dennis Pitta was critical to this team and offense, and I think most Ravens fans did, but for the outsiders, here's some stats for you, or proof for you. Joe Flacco had a touchdown pass to Dennis Pitta in the game. Flacco was 2 of 2 targeting Pitta on the touchdown drive with 2:05. He's completed 75% of his attempts to Pitta in the red zone. That's 20 yards in the last 2 seasons, but only 44.6% to all other Ravens, including the playoffs. Bruce, that was an early Christmas gift getting Dennis Pitta back.
There's no question about it. He's got a comfort zone with Dennis, and he knows where he's going to be. And this is the secret of passing the National Football League nowadays. It's route timing, and you're supposed to go to a certain spot. Let's say you want a 12-yard comeback. You got to run it at 14, come back at 12. The ball will be delivered down and away. It started way before this. It started in the Johnny Unitas era. It's not new, but when you run it with precision and you see the quarterbacks and receivers meld like that, it's a beautiful thing to watch. And that's what he believes in Dennis. And not only that, he catches the football. And for a quarterback, it's confidence. It's I'm going to throw you the ball because I know when I hit you with it, you're going to catch it. Ed Dixon, his problem is he hasn't been able to garner enough confidence. He's not looking the ball directly in his hands. And Joe is going to give him his shots, but he's never going to go to Dixon when it's very, very critical, unless he's wide open in the end zone on a 3rd and 2 where the Minnesota, whatever they're doing. I don't know what the defense does anymore in the league, but anyway, back to Pitta.
He was wide open. They let him completely.
Oh, don't get me started. Don't get me started.
All right, we won't.
So anyway, I'm done with that.
Minnesota, great team. Oh wait, they beat my Redskins. So here's when it comes to the tight end. I'm pretty sure we'll probably be talking about this a little later. Mike will probably bring it up, but it's just so big to have a reliable tight end. Like Mike said, you had an early Christmas present. He comes back now, middle December as we move on. You guys, hopefully, as you Ravens fans want, you'll make the playoffs. But you look at things such as Gronkowski from New England. It's just one of those things where matchup, he's out. That is going to hurt New England to know. I mean, with him in the lineup, they are a completely different team. With Dennis Pitta, Mike just gave you all the statistics. The Ravens are a completely different team. Now you're going to have teams starting to focus on Pitta, which are going to leave maybe some over the middle, off to the side screens or some quick slants to Jacoby Jones and Torrey Smith. It's going to open the entire game up.
Seriously, with Dixon, because now we can play 2 tights. The league now, offensively, league-wide, playing 2 tights 39% of the snaps. We haven't been able to do that. Now with Dennison, obviously, you got to skew yourself to him. He's going to be the strength of the formation if you're running 2 tight ends. So Dixon can get a better favorable matchup. He catches some better passes. Joe can maybe spread it out a little bit. It certainly adds a lot. I hate it as a defensive back to play 2 tight end offenses because here it is. You got 2 wides, 2 tights, and 1 back. So where's the strength of the formation? You have to work on that all week. Is it to the player or is it to the wide side of the field? Or is it on some instances to the wide side, some to the player? Then you get motion. Then the strength changes. You get my drift here. All kinds of things are happening within a 30-second time frame. Defense has got to go to strong right, strong left, no even. Where's the strength? Someone screws up, the big play goes. It really puts a lot of pressure mentally on a defensive front.
I don't even know why I'm up here. I mean, JJ and all that.
You're the mailman.
Deliver something for us.
In all
Don't bring me my bills.
No, in all honesty, I mean, you guys hit it right on the head with the 2 tight end front and the Gronkowski thing. I think we can really compare Pitta and Flacco to Brady and Gronkowski. I mean, can we not? I mean, every time we're in the red zone, I can see Flacco every single time, 15 yards in, 20 yards in. His first read is to Dennis Pitta. I think we all can agree to that. But will this free up the fade route to the Torrey Smith or the fade route to downtown Marlon Brown, as I call him? But will that open up? That's the question. Will Dennis Pitta have the audacity to force the double team, to force the safety over, and go one-on-one with the wide receivers?
Alex, right now, Jimmy Schwartz is a coach of the Detroit Lions. He started here as defensive quality control. His background is defense.
Yep.
He will be absolutely game planning for Dennis Pitta. Everybody on that defensive front got to know where Dennis is. You got to know where Jimmy Smith is. You got to also know, not Jimmy, you got to know where Torrey Smith is, and you got to know where 27 is. But right now, the defenses across the league aren't worried about 27 and 30. Yep. They're going, we're going to play our fronts. We're not going to be that concerned about putting 5 or 6 in the box. We're just going to let our guys take care of the running game because we believe, as a defensive unit, we believe our 4 or 5 guys can control our offensive line. And guess what? It's been proven. They can. So it's going to be a huge matchup situation. That's why Joe's on this roll right now. It's all about big plays with this offense. They're not a grind offense right now.
Not this year, but I tell you where it's going to help out though with number 27 is in the passing game. With Pitta in there, that's either another linebacker or safety.
Back to check down, Mike.
Right, and that may very well. And that's been a pretty good formula though for Flacco checking down to Ray Rice. And one guy we haven't mentioned here about Smith and about Pitta and is Jacoby Jones. He's a guy that is simply, and not just special teams, because we'll talk about that. He's made plays in the passing game as well. And yes, that ball, that 3rd interception was his fault. But folks, this year, for the most part, when he's been healthy, he has made plays for this team, not only this year, but last year as well. And now finally the Ravens have the team for the most part. Now granted, they're still not running the ball quite the way they wanted, although in the second half, fourth quarter, they did wear down the Vikings with Ray Rice. But you've got, okay, Ray Rice there, of course, but you've got Jones. You've got Pitta. Of course, you've got Smith. Dixon has made enough plays where maybe not Bruce in the most critical of situations and a double tight, they're going to maybe expect him to get the ball. But in general, they still have to respect him to a certain extent. And if they don't, that's fine. Because we took advantage of that against the Vikings. He was wide open in the end zone for
He has tools.
You know.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
He has tools. He has physicality. He's just got to understand in this business, you have to come to play every week. Yeah. You have to be mentally ready to play every play like the big play. And they've been that way. The Baltimore Ravens, with John Harbaugh and his coaching staff, believe me, are telling their players, hey, listen, there's no tomorrow. This game, and they're not calling it a must-win, but you get what I'm saying. This game is so important. Understand, there's nothing more important in your life other than your God and your family than this football game. And you got to think about that now. Now it's Monday. We think about it now, not Friday, not Thursday, and God forbid, not Saturday when you think you just go in and put your stuff on and roll. You got to be thinking and dreaming about this, and this team is slowly getting it. A lot of new faces on this ball club.
JJ, you talked about the importance of the tight end position. Of course, you know, with the Redskins, they've had some good ones with Cooley, and then Davis had a pretty good year, and I think it was Jordan Hall.
Davis.
Or I'm sorry, Davis. So you've got a couple of different guys that certainly RG3 last year, he really utilized the tight end as well in a fantastic rookie year. I know things are different this year, but still, that's the importance of the tight end. You've seen that with your team.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, when it comes to this year's team, everyone in the NFL, as Bruce knows firsthand, injuries. The Ravens, it looks like it's starting to come by. Here we go. You're getting Pitta back. Yeah. Like Bruce said, you had the new guys and everything. Everything's starting to roll, snowball.
Yeah.
You know, on Sunday, starting to go downhill in a good way for you guys. But with us, with the Redskins, the importance of the tight end. We don't have that go-to threat. Our threat, we thought a couple years ago, was out of USC. We thought it was going to be Fred Davis. And then the whole thing with him and Trent Williams and his Achilles tear and the whole nine. It pains me to watch other teams, such as the Ravens, get people back, like Bruce said, to get people back and have these opportunities to run these true two tight end sets. Not the Redskins two tight end sets, which is one guy that was on the practice squad for LSU 8 years ago. No. Just take it away, Mike.
Oh. We got about less than 20 seconds to go, but certainly we know the importance of Dennis Pitta. But great to see a rookie, undrafted rookie free agent, Marlon Brown, make big plays. But hey, we've got a lot more to talk about coming up. It is the Ravens Wrap Show right here on Comcast Speech TV and Delmarva's Rock Radio 93.5 The Beach. We're back next.
What's this all about?
We're giving Rich the NFL experience of a goal line dive.
Really?
There's an easier way to get an ultimate NFL fan experience. Just snap the tag wherever Bud Light is sold and you could win. Bud Light in the NFL. Here we go.
Can I make it?
On the internet, yes. Into the end zone, no.
JC Tickets provides first-class trips to Ravens road games, including airfare, 4-star hotels, game tickets, and cocktail parties. We also help provide great seating locations to all Ravens home games. JC Tickets, where the games begin. Visit us at jctickets.net.